Last of Us Part 2 is a critically acclaimed action-adventure game developed by Naughty Dog. It continues the story of Ellie and Joel, set in a post-apocalyptic world where players experience intense, narrative-driven gameplay. The game focuses on themes of revenge, survival, and the emotional toll of violence. With improved mechanics, AI, and highly immersive environments, this sequel pushes the boundaries of storytelling in games.
She's pinned down!
Skylar! Holy shit! Down!
Let's check around here. Where are they? All right.
The Dead Space remake is a complete overhaul of the original 2008 survival horror classic. Developed by Motive Studios, the remake features upgraded visuals, enhanced sound design, and improved mechanics, offering a more immersive and terrifying experience. Players once again take on the role of Isaac Clarke, a space engineer battling necromorphs aboard the USG Ishimura. The remake stays true to the original while incorporating modern gameplay improvements. Still Wakes the Deep is a first-person horror adventure game developed by the Chinese Room. Set on a North Sea oil rig during a deadly storm, the game revolves around a worker trying to survive as mysterious horrors unfold. With a focus on immersive storytelling, atmospheric tension, and claustrophobic environments, the game promises to deliver a psychological horror experience as the player navigates through the rig to find answers and survive the unknown threats.
There he is. Floats like a butterfly, stings like a bee, and swears like the devil himself.
Irritating level design and sometimes silly scenarios meant this dreary tale never fully got its Lovecraftian tendrils into me.
Help me! Guys, don't let me die, please! I don't want to die! I don't want to die!
The premise is simple but promising. You play as Kaz, an electrician on an offshore Scottish oil rig in the 1970s, diving headfirst into a world that has been meticulously realized. From the period-accurate outfits, to the technology, to the delightful dialects of the cast.
I'll stick to the lecky, thanks.
Alan Wake 2 is a survival horror game developed by Remedy Entertainment. It continues the story of the troubled writer Alan Wake as he faces new supernatural horrors. The game will combine psychological horror with a strong narrative focus, similar to the original, but with darker tones. Set in an eerie, atmospheric world, players will explore Alan's descent into madness while uncovering mysteries connected to his past. This sequel is anticipated for its deep storytelling, stunning visuals, and engaging horror gameplay. Little Nightmares is a dark, atmospheric puzzle platformer developed by Tarsier Studios. The game follows a young girl named Six as she navigates through a nightmarish world filled with terrifying and grotesque creatures. The gameplay focuses on stealth, platforming, and environmental puzzles, all while maintaining a sense of tension and unease. The game's eerie art style, combined with its haunting atmosphere, has made it a standout in the horror genre. The Evil Within is a survival horror game developed by Tango Gameworks and directed by Shinji Mikami, the creator of the original Resident Evil. The game follows Detective Sebastian Castellanos as he investigates a gruesome murder scene, only to be pulled into a nightmarish world filled with horrific creatures and psychological terror. The game is known for its challenging combat, resource management, and disturbing environments, which combine to create a deeply unsettling atmosphere.
What is it with you?
Dead by Daylight is a multiplayer survival horror game developed by Behavior Interactive. In this asymmetrical game, one player takes on the role of a brutal killer, while the other 4 players are survivors trying to escape the killer's clutches. Survivors must work together to repair generators and avoid being caught, while the killer's goal is to capture and sacrifice them to an evil entity. The game is known for its tense atmosphere, strategic gameplay, and its various crossovers with popular horror franchises. Resident Evil 7. Biohazard is a survival horror game developed by Capcom, which returns the series to its horror roots after several action-focused installments. The game introduces a first-person perspective, immersing players in the terrifying world of the Baker family estate. Players control Ethan Winters, who searches for his missing wife and encounters grotesque creatures and disturbing environments. The game is praised for its atmospheric horror, tense gameplay, and its significant shift back to the series' survival horror origins. Until Dawn is an interactive survival horror game developed by Supermassive Games. The game follows a group of 8 friends who are stranded on a remote mountain lodge and must survive until dawn while being stalked by mysterious entities. The gameplay revolves around making choices that affect the story's outcome, with a butterfly effect system where decisions lead to different consequences. The game blends horror elements with cinematic storytelling, offering multiple endings based on player choices.
Just like going to the prom.
We go.
Right. Adventure begins.
Oh, I hope this was the right thing to do.
What?
You know, getting everyone together on the anniversary. I mean, Josh seemed really pumped about us all.
We'd be riding in this cable car alone. Right now. Or we're talking to some other person entirely. Boom. Butterfly effect.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy. New people. Time to meet and greet.
The Outlast Trials is an upcoming first-person survival horror game developed by Red Barrels. It is a prequel to the original Outlast series, set during the Cold War era. Players are subjected to horrifying experiments in a mysterious facility, and the game introduces a new multiplayer aspect where up to 4 players can work together to survive terrifying trials. The game retains the disturbing atmosphere of the previous titles while adding cooperative elements to intensify the horror experience.
Fight the process. I'll learn you. We're all working to unlock your potential.
You can't hide from me.
Your new self. A better self. A productive member of society. Thank you for volunteering for the therapy. We are all going to get better.
Amnesia. The Bunker is a survival horror game developed by Frictional Games. Set during World War I, the game takes place in a claustrophobic bunker where the player, a French soldier, must navigate through dark and terrifying corridors while being hunted by an unknown creature. The game features dynamic survival elements, including resource management, environmental puzzles, and a semi-open world where players can explore and choose how they handle different threats. The tension is enhanced by the scarcity of resources and constant danger lurking in the shadows. Visage is a psychological horror game developed by Sad Square Studio. Set in a large, eerie house, the game draws inspiration from the canceled Silent Hills PT demo and offers a slow-paced, deeply unsettling atmosphere. Players must explore the haunted house while uncovering the dark history of its previous inhabitants. The game emphasizes psychological horror with minimal combat and a focus on survival, puzzle solving, and managing the character's sanity. The oppressive atmosphere, along with random paranormal events, keeps players constantly on edge. Alien Isolation is a survival horror game developed by Creative Assembly. Set 15 years after the events of the original 1979 Alien film, the game follows Amanda Ripley, daughter of Ellen Ripley, as she searches for her missing mother aboard the space station Sevastopol. The game is known for its intense atmosphere, stealth mechanics, and unpredictable AI, where players must avoid a deadly xenomorph that stalks them throughout the station. The game emphasizes survival over combat, with players relying on hiding and crafting to survive.